What's up? It's Juice Beats, back again with another race video. And we're already getting started here, but let me let you know what this is. This is the team time trial. This is Zwift Racing League, WTRL, and it is on the Greater London Flat, I believe. Let me just double check that real quick. Yeah, it's the Greatest London Flat in London. It's about 19 and a half miles or so. So it is a fairly long time trial, but I don't know anything about this race whatsoever. My coach, I had told her that I wanted to do some indoor racing for the off season. So I've been jumping into some racing on my own, but she said, there is a team that needs an extra person. So if you want to jump in with them, you can. And so that's what I'm doing here. They are obviously the team right there, the KRT on the back of their kits there. So I have jumped in with this team, and I don't know anything about this team time trial whatsoever. I'm just trying to stick in here. And this is also the B group. So this is a higher group than what I'm normally in, which is the C on Zwift. So I'm racing with slightly faster guys, and probably guys that have a little bit more experience than I do. So I'm getting a little bit of learning experience as well during this whole race here. But so far in this, I am doing pretty well, and you could see me out there to the side. I'm riding pretty hard and putting down those watts there, and I'm just trying to keep up as best I can here. Putting in some good RPMs and some good wattage here. But we are rolling along. You can see how fast we're going, 36 miles an hour. Rolling really fast here. And yeah, I'm not sure exactly how the mechanics and all that work for the team time trial. I'm guessing we all draft off each other, but normally I guess on the outside you would kind of take turns on who is in front, almost like a pace line kind of thing. So I'm not sure if that's what we're doing here. There wasn't much instruction beforehand, so jumped in and just said I just need to put down some watts and try to keep up with the group as best I can here. And I think I'm doing pretty well up until this point. We're only a little over a mile in, and I'm feeling good. Like, I've been on this route before, and I don't remember much about it, but I remember that there are some rollers a little bit here, but I wasn't sure if there was like a small climb or anything like that. So I'm just trying to kind of look ahead and see if that's something I'm gonna have to deal with at some point here. But yeah, right before this race, I didn't even have a time trial bike, I think, with Zwift, so I ended up just buying one real quick. And so that's the one that I have that I'm using for this race at the moment. I think it's the Canyon one. I'm not even sure. I bought one really quick, and I think I looked up online to see which were the best time trial bikes that I could get with my level being level 35 on here. So I think when you get a little bit above that, you're able to get somewhat of better bikes, but this was the best one I could get for the level that I'm at on Zwift. And I'm not sure that it matters all that much, really. It's probably like very, very small gains, if anything, on here. I'm also noticing that most of the guys here have or some of them have the time trial helmets and all that stuff. I don't know if that does anything on here or not, since it is Zwift and there's no wind resistance, there's no turning, none of that stuff. So I don't know how much of that actually affects anything in the game. Maybe somebody could tell me in the comments if it does a little bit or not. But yeah, so this is, I remember there's a little bit of a hill right here. You know, we've had a couple rollers already so far. There's a little bit of a hill right here. I remember this because I've done like a regular race on this route. So I knew that I would have to put on a lot of watts here. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Over 500 at one point, and keeping the watts up pretty hefty going up this hill right here. You can see I'm up out of the saddle a little bit, trying to keep up. As long as I keep up with, you know, the first couple guys there, I think I'll be okay. And there's no real relief right here because we got to keep going at this point. We got to keep the pace going right here as fast as we can. Up out of the saddle again. Got to get some watts down here. Over 500 again. I'm putting in some work on this one. You can see my heart rate's already in the 170s. So I think my max is like 180 something, 183 maybe. So 172 is getting up there, and yeah, we're pushing pretty hard at this point. Already having to burn some matches. And if I sound a little muffled right now, it's because I found out I had COVID this week, and I'm getting over it. So this is the second time I think I've gotten COVID. Sucks, but it, for me, like, it lasts like a day of like real fatigue and bad stuffiness and just restlessness, stuff like that. And then the next day I start to feel a little bit better. So I am starting to feel a little bit better, but I think I'm still a little bit stuffy at this point. So that's probably why I sound a little different or a little muffled at this point. But I'm trying to get these videos out to you guys when I can, when everybody else is either asleep or away at the moment. So I've also been doing, you know, a ton of wedding stuff and a ton of family minis and things like that. So been pretty busy with the photography at this point. So that's why I haven't really been able to get out the videos. I have been recording, and I've done, I think, like 3 races or something. So I do have some content to get out there, and I've been working on my bike fit video. I'm trying to make sure that, you know, it's good and informative, and it's just not just something I throw out there. So I know I've been saying that in a lot of my videos before this, that I was going to get that out, but I really am going to get it out. I just got to make sure that it looks nice and polished and all that stuff. So that is something else that I'm working on at the moment as well. Got some fun stuff coming up pretty soon too. Obviously the Zwift Racing League that I joined, they're going to be starting up, and I've actually already done a race with them this past week. But at this point, when I did this race, this was the end of the season of, I guess, the first part of the season. So the second part was getting ready to come up. So obviously I did that this week. So I got that video coming. I've also got my annual Turkey Day race, the same one that I did last year, and I've done it. So I've done it 3 years now, and this will be, I think, my 4th year doing the turkey race with my old trainer, Charles Patron. And yeah, I'm excited about that one. I got to defend my title this year. I did win it last year. I think, yeah, there is a video on my channel from it last year. And of course, the cameras didn't quite last until the end. It was a really cold morning, and so the GoPro batteries don't last very well in the cold, or the ones that I had before. I did upgrade, and I got some newer batteries that are supposed to be much better for the cold. So if it is cold this year, hopefully they will last, and I will get the entire ride in there. And yeah, so that is coming up, and obviously there's going to be more Zwift races. The next one that is coming up is next Tuesday, so that is don't even have a calendar in front of me. It's going to be November. Where are we at here? I'm not even. November 21st. So that is the next race that is coming up on the calendar, and it's going to be a little bit more of a crit race. I believe it's on Glasgow or Glasgow. I'm not sure how to, I guess that's how you say it. So that one I have done in the past, and I think I've done fairly well on that course. I know that it has some pretty steep, punchy hills, but not something that it extends like a hill climb or anything like that. So it's very short and punchy. So something that if I can get over there and be close to the front, that I could maybe do some damage in the race on that one. Haven't run with the Bs yet on that, so it will be different. It will be much faster, so we'll see if I can hang in there with the B groups there. But so far, I mean, I feel pretty good in this race already. We're 5 miles in, and I am still doing pretty well, hanging in there with this new team that I'm riding with here. All right, I have skipped forward about 5 miles here, so we are on 10.1 already. Still, you know, moving well with the group here. It looks like we've caught up to another guy. I guess he fell off his team, and so he is riding with us at the moment. So I don't know if that helps us or what. You know, having a bigger team group or a peloton to draft with, but. Yeah, so he's riding with us at this point. Still sticking in there, still holding steady. My heart rate seems to have gone down a little bit, so I've settled in a little bit more. Feeling pretty good at this point in the race. We've got a little less than 9 miles left, so still a lot to go. Only about halfway through this race, but yeah, we still got a little ways to go. If I can just hang in there and keep this nice steady pace going. But I'm still feeling pretty good right now, and looking at my heart rate and everything, I've settled in pretty well. And let me know in the comments what you think about the Zwift racing, if you've done it, you know, and if you have any tips or you know, if you have any insight on these team time trials or anything like that. I'd really like to know. You know, I really didn't get a chance to look anything up before it. It was kind of just like a last minute, hey, I'm gonna jump in with you guys and do this. So yeah, if you have any insight or anything for me, just let me know down there in the comments. But here we go. This is the fun part, going down that hill. It's not fun going up that. If you guys have ever gone up this subway tunnel area, it gets like 15 or 16% going up that thing. It's not fun when you hit it, because it's like an immediate almost stop. So you have to be quick with the gear changes going up, but going down is not too bad. Gain a lot of speed coming down this way. But so this is where I'm getting a little bit like, I'm thinking, okay, I know that there is a climb after this. Yeah, so that Box Hill that just popped up there in the left, I know that Box Hill is coming up, and I was thinking, like, is that part of the race? Would they really do that in the time trial? And I'm not really sure at this point. So I'm like, oh crap. We got a hill coming up. I'm hoping we don't, but I'm gonna hang on as best I can right here. Let's see, there's the start of it there. So yeah, it's starting to gets a little steep at this point, and that's where I'm like, okay, I just gotta hold on. I gotta put the watts in. I gotta hold on at this point. We're at 7%. And still, I'm doing okay. I'm sticking with the guys, so I'm like, okay. And I know that it turns right up here. So if it turns, that means we are going at Box Hill. But if we're not turning, then I think I'm okay at this point. So it doesn't look like we're turning, we're going straight. So we're gonna skip Box Hill, it looks like. So I'm like, okay, all right, I can hang, I think. So we go get a little downhill, get a little reprieve on the legs here. I felt like I was losing the group, so I wanted to make sure that I got back on the wheel here. Don't want to lose the gap here. Now if I could just sit, rest a little bit, then yeah, I'd be feeling pretty good right here. A little over 7 miles left, so making our way in there. And I'm tired. I can tell just looking. I'm having to put in these digs just to stay on the back wheel of my teammates here. And then we've got this extra teammate. But see, now we're going up this other little hill here, and I've used a lot of matches already in this race. So I'm like, okay, can I hold on right here? And I just did not have enough matches. You can see I'm pushing hard. I'm going close to 500 watts, and guys are still pulling away from me. And it's a matter of watts per kilogram at this point. Like it's not for me. It's not the wattage. Per se, like, it's the watts per kilogram. So I can put out a bunch of watts, but for me to keep up with them at, most of their sizes are much smaller. They're probably putting out similar amount of watts, but yeah, being smaller, you're gonna go up that hill much quicker. So now I'm at this point where I'm trying to catch up on the back here. And I don't want to give up. You can see, like, I'm resting for a second, but then I'm pushing again over 500 watts, almost 600 watts there, and they're still pulling. I mean, this is the toughest part of this race for me at this point, and I'm trying to give it my all. Can I hang on at this point? Can I stick on to the back and just get onto a wheel? It's just right there. Doesn't seem like they're far away at all. You can see how quickly they're moving though, and it's like it becomes a second, 2 seconds, like just like that. My heart rate's over 170, and I have no more matches to try to catch up at this point. So that, even though it wasn't a crazy big hill, but it was just a watts per kilogram thing, putting out the similar amount of watts to the rest of the group who are a lot lighter than I am. It was very tough for me to keep up. And, I guess for me, I was putting out 500 watts, most of it, 400, 500 watts, something like that. I probably would have had to put out 600 and 700 watts on that hill just to be able to keep up with the group there. And just at this point in the race, we're 13 miles in or whatever, it would have been a stretch. And then, I still didn't give up hope, because they're right there. They're 3 seconds away, and I'm thinking, okay, we got to go back up that hill. If I can give it one more big push here, one more good kick up the hill, because everybody's going to slow down. It's going to get up to about 15%. But if I can, maybe sprint up it or something and get a little bit of a push up this thing, then maybe I can catch back on. So I'm kind of holding out hope a little bit here, but I know it's going to be tough. So here we go. We're getting ready to come back up this way, up this little subway tunnel area. I'm holding steady. My heart rate's coming down a little bit, so maybe I can give it a little push here. Here we go. Trying to ramp it up. Here we go. And then I get this crap. Gear slips, doesn't go into the right thing. And then, yeah, that's it right there. So I'm not going to catch them at this point. Now they're 18 seconds off 19. So they're climbing now. I mean, maybe I would have had a chance. They weren't too far ahead, 3-4 seconds. And I may be able to catch up to them if I could have pushed it a little bit harder there. But yeah, the gear's slipping at that point too. And then you can hear my bike's doing some crazy things right there. And I mean, yeah, that's why it's a backup trainer bike though. So that was the end of my team time trial with the team. Now I still finished out the race pretty well. I averaged 25.5 miles an hour and average of 302 watts, so not too bad there for the race. I think it was a little bit higher at this point, but once the team was gone, obviously it lowered down. I wasn't pushing as much at this point, but not too bad. I mean, it is a B race, so it is a higher level than I'm normally used to. So I felt good about, hanging with everybody until that point there, a good chunk of the race there. And it was just the little things on that hill. I mean, I think knowing the route would have helped a little bit. I probably could have maybe known to push it out faster or whatever, or pushed it out a little bit harder at that point. But yeah, and then obviously the gear slipping and stuff, but that happens every once in a while. So yeah, can't do much about that. But yeah, so all right, so here we go, the last little bit, 0.3 of a mile left, and I'm still just cruising in here, just trying to finish out, see what place. I'm in 66 out of 74 right now, and I guess that's how many teams there are. So there are a lot of teams in this race here. So just trying to finish out, and here we go. We got these couple guys just passing me right here, but let's see if I got any kick at the end here. Little kick, barely. Like 600 watts there. Yeah, but just a little cruise in at the end. No need to try to kill it at that point. Pretty tired. Gave it a lot. Look at that. 306 watts. 3 watts per kilogram, which probably could have been higher if I had stayed with the group, but felt like that was that was a pretty good push for me. Heart rate went up and was pretty high throughout. So yeah, really good first time team time trial, and gonna be working with these guys some more on the next round of Zwift races, so looking forward to that. And yeah, so finished out 61st. I don't know exactly how many there were. I have to go back and look, but there was a lot more guys in this race than that. So I felt pretty good, you know, finishing where I did, even though it was the first time or whatever, and you know, I wasn't expecting anything at this point. So not too bad, but yeah. If you like the video, like and subscribe, hit that bell icon so you know when I post videos, and I will see you guys on the next race. Peace.